Lieutenant Governor Brian Dubie is running for governor.
The Republican made that announcement after weeks of speculation. Our Kristen Carlson is in the Montpelier Bureau with details and reaction for us. Kristen.
Well, good evening. Brian Dubie says after 4 terms in the state's #2 job, he's ready for the top spot. But Democrats say this is not what Vermonters will want, another Republican and potentially more of the same.
These are going to be some really difficult times, which really motivates me to say this is the time to step up.
Dubie says creating jobs will be his top focus. The airline pilot, Air Force Reserve member, and father of 4 says renewable energy is also a priority.
So I'm not just running to be Vermont's next governor. I'm running to change the tone of the discussions that we conduct.
Even so, Dubie says he would have vetoed the Democrats' budget plan just like Republican Governor Douglas did. He would not weigh in on current labor talks with the state employees union, but says as a member of the pilots union, he's sympathetic.
It would be my style of leadership to be very hands-on in seeking common ground and bringing these thoughtful, difficult labor negotiations to a conclusion.
Democrats quickly pointed out that Dubie is more conservative than some Vermonters on issues like same-sex marriage and abortion.
He really doesn't bring anything new to the table. This really is a continuation of Douglas's failed policies, and we're looking forward to next November.
He's very difficult to peg as where he is on the political spectrum.
Political analyst Chris Graff says Dubie has differed with Douglas. For example, Dubie supports large-scale wind projects. And moving ahead, the key is finding out where Dubie stands on the issues since he doesn't have a voting record.
In truth, Vermonters, more than many around the country, elect a person, not a party. They really want to focus on the personality, not the party.
One thing that could potentially be against the lieutenant governor is that going back to 1962, whenever there has been an open seat in the governor's race, it has changed parties.
All right, thank you, Kristen. We'll be checking back in with you a little bit later for more on the political implications of this decision today.
For more on this story, we're going to go directly to the source. Lieutenant Governor Brian Dubie is here with us tonight. Thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
Let me ask you the very simple question. Why do you want to be governor?
Well, Marcellus, that's a very good question, and it took me a number of weeks in discussions with my family and my wife in particular, and also many Vermonters, farmers, small business owners, people across the state that have been active in politics, and a lot of them who have no interest really in politics. But when I look at my experience that I've gained as Vermont's Lieutenant Governor for the last 7 years, working collaboratively with members of the General Assembly, working with the governor's cabinet, secretaries, commissioners, working with small businesses and job creators and dairy farmers across the state. When I take that assessment and I look at the challenges that we face going forward, it's that experience and my love for this state that really compelled me to say the right thing to do is step up and run for the office of governor.
Now, you've talked about how much you like being lieutenant governor, how you enjoy your job as an airline pilot. You enjoy your family life with your children. Why put all of that on hold right now and take this risk? I mean, you may not win.
Well, first of all, when you put the word risk in, we got 1,600 soldiers deploying to Afghanistan shortly. I would call that risk. Running for political office is not risky. Running for political office in Vermont is a real privilege. I look forward to the campaign. We got a lot of great ideas. I'm looking for more ideas from anybody, any of your viewers. I'm also looking for financial support and passion, people that want to help me not just run for office, but to make our state a better state. So when you put the political risk, the worst thing that could happen out of this campaign is I could lose. There's a lot of good things that could come out of this campaign. I could win. We could come up with some new ideas. I have a few of my own. I look forward to sharing those ideas about how to make our state a better state. And that's what the privilege of running for office will be all about. I look forward to a spirited campaign, and we're in it to win.
Let me ask you one quick question, and Kristen has one as well. You say that your history is sort of finding compromise and consensus. Can you give me an example? How have you done that in the Senate?
Well, here's a great example. We had a tragedy in our state with the Brooke Bennett murder. I shared some concerns in a very vocal way. I started a petition drive. 65,000 Vermonters said, we agree with you, Brian. We can do a better job. But it didn't end there. I worked with the President Pro Tem and Chair Dick Sears of Senate Judiciary Committee and Chairman Lippert from the House. We set our ideologies aside. We set our egos aside. We rolled up our sleeves. We worked together. We strengthened the laws to protect children. That would be one example of, you know, the solutions generally are in the middle. We're going to have to include a lot of Vermonters who haven't participated in this thing we call democracy. We have some historic challenges to confront. So the old solutions and the old platitudes are not going to work as we confront the economic and the fiscal challenges that we face going forward.
And who do you most want to run against? I'm sure you surveyed the Democratic field before jumping in.
Well, actually, I'm glad you asked the question. I'm not running against anybody. I'm running for the ideas that I will put forth in this campaign. All the people that are on the ticket are honorable people. I respect their public service and their desire to serve. You know, I've been serving a long way, too, for a long time also. I've been serving in the Air Force Reserve. I've had the privilege to serve as Vermont's Lieutenant Governor, and this is a real privilege to step up and say I'm motivated, and my wife is supporting, and my family supported me to say we're motivated to seek this office to serve in a new way.
Brian Dubie, thanks for joining us tonight.
You're welcome.